Asus Vivobook E410M has got thoughtful combination of features from the lightweight body shell to the battery sipping, cool running processor and the decent 14-inch screen. Add in a reliable and fast SSD drive, which is something rarely seen in the entry-level models, and you have got a fantastic starter PC for a learner to use at home or at school, or for a college student researching and writing assignments. The design highlights of this laptop are it has got a plastic shell that keeps the things light and portable, and the trackpad doubles as numpad, which is a very interesting concept, and it has got a very good build quality for the price it is coming with. All the bodywork of this laptop is plastic, but the lid is finished with a shimmering textured coating that looks and feels like a big improvement over boring flat plastic. The trade-off is that it is extremely light, that it comes at a weight of 1.3 kg, making it easy to handle in one hand. The fanless CPU and SSD drive are also the weight savers, contributing to the portability of the package. The keyboard was something of a disappointment here. While the keyboard response is a matter of personal taste, we found that these keys are too light and spongy under the fingers, and it has got a very little tactile response. The Control, Alt and Shift keys are small in relation to the rest of the keys, which is a bit annoying. The Enter key alone is colored in the luminescent yellow, and this gimmick does give the otherwise featureless deck a small style accent. The trackpad has been designed to double as a number pad. The traditional grid of the numbers has been printed onto the trackpad. Tapping the on-off button on the top of the trackpad allows you to type in the figures and do calculations. Coming to the ports, there are two full-size USB Type-A ports. Only one uses the fast 3.2 generation standard, but we are delighted to find both HDMI out and the USB Type-C. Both of these will improve the useful for docking with full-size peripherals. Overall, the build quality was extremely impressive at the price it is coming with, and in hand there is a very little flex, and molded panels come together in an almost seamless way. The highlights of its hardware performance are it has got a very minimal processing power and RAM. The screen is also dull, but the battery life is excellent. Expectations are always low for Celeron processors, but because today's Celerons normally match the yesterday's i3 CPUs for performance, that thinking is a little misguided. The Celeron N4020 is slightly upgraded on the 4000 base model with more cache, but while it's perfectly adequate for running your office applications, multimedia editing will be a stretch and the proper gaming is out of the question. It's a fanless CPU, so there is no vents for cooling, obviously. Everything runs silently and you're saving a lot of battery too. 4 GB of RAM is the bare minimum to get on a PC working properly today, but this is probably a bigger bottleneck on overall performance than either the CPU or GPU. Again, it will do the basics of running 2 or 3 applications simultaneously as long as you're not opening 20 browser windows at the same time. Thankfully, the SSD drive helps out with some of the heavy lifting to keep the things moving, starting at 128 GB, which can go up to optional 512 GB. It is a boon to people working on the move. Screen is the main downside of this laptop. The screen simply doesn't get nearly bright enough for our liking. The matte finish might be a good idea for working outdoors, but it makes fairly dull screen look even more colorless. This is not a big issue if you are word processing or a web browsing, of course, but it makes the photos and video looks a little lifeless. The low power fanless CPU and the SSD drive and the low brightness screen are all contribute to substantial power savings. With the mid-size battery, you are getting up to 11 hours of battery life. The tiny power supply brick and its thin cable adds virtually nothing to the weight of our package. So why should you buy this? Buy it if you need a starter PC on a cheap price, that is a low processing 4 GB of RAM and SSD is a boon here. Buy it if you want high portability, that is, as it is coming with SSD, the weight of the laptop is less and it also gives the best battery life. What are the reasons to avoid this laptop? If you handle large complex files or big programs, don't go for it. And if you are a movie buff or gaming enthusiast, this will not be the good laptop for you. So overall, buy this laptop for its very lightweight, low price, great value and SSD drive. The disappointments are the dull screen and odd keyboard layout. So this is our review of Asus Vivobook E410M. So what do you feel about this laptop? Please comment in the comment section. Do share this video among your friends. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye bye.